Okay, so here we are at our hallway for our meeting showroom, where we have the power supply display. Okay, right here in this column of display, we have the Strider series of power supplies. This is the longest living series that we have here at Silverstone. They debuted shortly after our company was founded in 2003. So they encompass the most widely, varied models in any of the Silverstone lineup. So they go as low as down to 350 watts and up to currently 1500 watts of power. So it's a very wide range for just one series. And the reason we have this model was to target what we think is the mainstream consumer market for retail power supplies. So they have very nice features such as larger cooling fans for quieter operations. Many of the later ones have modular cables and very high 80+ certification, meaning that they have high efficiency as well. So right now we sort of have a subcategory within the Strider range, such as Strider Essential. These are the power supplies that are very affordable, but with very good continuous power rating. They have fixed cables. And then up different level, we have the Strider Plus that have 80+ bronze or better efficiency. And then Strider Gold and Strider Gold Evolution, which are the top of the line within the Strider series. Okay, so let's move on to other rows, more specialized power supplies. Okay, so moving to the middle section of our power supply display. Here we have the Zoo series, the Gemini series, Nijar, and Element series. The Zoo series on top is our top-of-the-line power supply for workstation use, and more recently for the more extreme enthusiast or overclocker use. So they use the server-grade components inside with a little bit of a consumer feature like the 4 modular cable connections. That's from our Strider series. But they're mostly overbuilt, much higher operating temperature ratings, and just generally recommended for people that are looking for the absolute best electrical performance and stability within the Silverstone power supply division. And then right below the Zoo series, we originally had what we call Olympia series or OP series of power supplies. These power supply came out in 2007. They were the first series to actually implement single plus 12-volt rail as their main emphasis for their feature. And then over here, my eye level, we have the Gemini series. These are truly for the server market. They're redundant power supplies. That's why we call them Gemini, because there's 2 power modules within one power supply bracket. So that means you can operate this 24/7. Even if one of the unit fail, the power supply will continue to run. So, but these are very loud, so definitely not for the regular consumers. And right below the Gemini series, we have the Nijar series. This is also a very famous Silverstone specialty in terms of power supplies. We launched one of the first fanless power supplies ever released into the retail market back in 2004 with ST30NF power supply. This is actually a sort of downgraded version, or maybe not. I should say it's a downgraded wattage version. So the original platform for this was actually over 500 watts. We removed the fans and reinforced a lot of the components inside to make it a 300 watt fanless power supply. So that's the same philosophy we've been building upon for all of our later Nijar series fanless power supplies. So they all have very high originally rated wattage rating as the main platform, and then we downgrade their wattage rating to fit within the fanless amount. So they are some of the longest running fanless power supplies that you can find on the marketplace today. Many of our competitors have given up making fanless power supplies over the years, but we're still making them. So that's the proof of how reliable they are. Okay. And below we have the Element series. So you can see these are the series that we originally designed to achieve very high efficiency. Obviously, with much better improvements in technology, we no longer need this series to actually single out to have high efficiency. Now all of our mainstream Strider series all have very high efficiency as well. So we sort of put this series back into, I guess, the legacy era. So but some of these nice features are still live on in the Strider series. Okay, so let's move to the third section of our power supply display. Okay, moving on to our final section of our power supply display. Along with the Olympia series that we launched in 2007, we also launched the Decathlon series. So what we wanted to achieve there was to create a series that not only had a really powerful single rail design like the Olympia series, but also mainstream features that people love about the Strider series, such as full modular display, not full modular cables, and also large fans that are really quiet. So basically, it was a power supply that could do everything that enthusiasts want. So we call it Decathlon. So you can see here, for example, DA650. Back in 2007, there weren't that many power supplies with full modular cables. A lot of the power supply back then that had modular cable connectors were only half. So they only have maybe the 24 and 8-pin, or maybe even PCI Express connector that are still fixed cable with only a few modular connections. And so at the time, launching a power supply like this was a pretty big deal, because this allowed for the later models to really follow, to have not only modular cable connector for easy connection, but also even for people that are modding the cables. They could really easily convert whatever cables they have and keep all the power supply intact without voiding warranty. Okay, so unfortunately, because the Strider series increased their efficiency and also gained the single rail design over the years, we also phased out this Decathlon series along with Olympia. So, but they're a nice reminder of where we came from. So that's the wrap of our power supply display. I hope you like it.